Okay, so we're just going to quickly show you how to make a large envelope if you don't have a envelope that fits any of your cards. This one is quite a large card and I don't have a large envelope here with me. So you measure, first of all you measure your card. This one's 8 1/4 by 5 3/4. And I've got a envelope punch board. Although this is a Stampin' Up one, they don't sell these anymore, but I know that we are memory keepers. I'm sure they still do, and there's lots of other manufacturers I'm sure that still do them. They are so handy. They make this amount of envelopes. I mean, there's loads of them, every size you can imagine. They do only do it in either whole numbers or halves, so because mine's in between, I would have had to go with 6 inches by 8 1/2, whereas mine's only 5 3/4 by 8 1/4. So I have actually cut mine down because this is the paper size. So what they're saying is if your card measures 6 inches by 8 1/2 inches, you need to cut a piece of paper at 11 1/2 inches by 11 1/2, and then you use the score line, which I'll show you in a minute, that they also suggest. Now I'm going to, because you use the same score line for 3 sizes, different sizes here, I'm actually going to just cut my cardstock a little bit between the 11 by 11, which is that size, and the 11 1/2 by 11 1/2 to try and get mine to fit better. But the process is exactly the same. So first of all, I'm going to bring in my trimmer, and I'm actually going to cut my paper at 11 1/4, and then turn it round, and 11 1/4 that side. So the process is exactly the same. I just need mine a little bit smaller than they're suggesting in the size. I now need to bring it in to the score line. So you just take the score blade out and you pop it in. So this one says I need 4 7/8 of a score line. So this is your score lines along here. So you pop your paper in. There's your 4. There's your 7/8 there. So you press the button, and that's cutting. You'll see it in a minute. It's cutting a semicircular out. Now, because this is going over the edge of this, you don't want it to go tanking off and then breaking your paper. So if you slowly come down this one till you're nearly at the end, and then what you do is you flip it over like that. So you've got that score line there. You put it back in at 4 7/8. Press the button and join it up like that. So you've joined the two up. Oh, then you bring it back in. Now you pop it back in, and where that score line is there, you're going to bring the paper in, and this piece here that comes out and points down, you're going to put that right in the middle of that score line you've already done. You're going to press the button and you're going to score right down. This is your scoring line. This here is your scoring line, but you can't see it when it's covered it by here. So then you turn it round and you're going to have this hanging over again. So this, you're going to put the score line exactly the same as we just did into there, press the button. Now you're going to go down the score line but not right to the end, and you're going to flip it over and you're going to bring it in at 4 7/8 again like we did the first time, because you need that to marry up. There. So you've married that up, but we just need to press the button so you've got that there. Okay, then turn it back over, pop that back onto the score line there. So that piece there is going down your score line. You've already pressed your button and you're going to join it up there. So then you've got all your score lines joined up, and then you're going to, so then you've got these little bits here, just put them in the bin. And if you turn your envelope punch board round, where these are, you can keep them like this, or you can round them. So you put them in as if they were going in a corner rounder. So you've got it straight in there, and you can round them, which is what I'm going to do. So I've got all my things rounded now. Finished with that. Pop that back in there. Such a handy bit of kit. It's such a shame that we don't sell it anymore, but you know, new products come along and we have to move on. But some of the products you think, no, I'm going to keep mine. So then what you do is, I think I'm going to use the white, so I'm going to have the inside facing out. So I'm going to burnish the score lines. Like so. This is the choice, you can have a choice. So this paper, it's thinner paper. I'm not sure, I think I got it on Amazon, but it's a lighter weight. You can certainly use your pattern papers, your Stampin' Up pattern papers, but the thicker they are, it's going to cost more in postage and everything. So that it will work, but it, you know, if you're trying to keep the postage down and you've got some of this lighter weight paper, then I suggest you use this. So coming in. So then these two side bits go in, this one's going to go up, and then this one will go down. And your card is going to fit perfectly in there. In, up, and down. So what you do is you put those two in. Now, when you put the tape on, you don't want the tape going right up here because it will stick to here. So you want to just put a little mark to say, I need you to stop there. So then you come in with your tape and just run a line of tape up to where you've put your pencil mark, because you don't want it to go over. And another piece on here. Don't forget, if you want the coloured piece on the outside, you just fold it all back in the other way. But I've just chosen to have the white. So hold those in, flip that up, and then to finish it off, so then your card pops in like that. And what you do is just put a line of tape over there. You don't need it all the way down. Just put a line of tape there. A line of tape there. So when you've written your card, you're ready to send it, just pull those off, stick it down, and there's your envelope, all ready to go. So it's very quick. And don't forget, if it's white as well, you could decorate it. You know, you can decorate your envelopes. Just bring in your stamp. The only thing I would say is don't decorate it like that and then find when you stick it down it's upside down. That has happened, not to me, but it did happen to a friend of mine. So just bear in mind, if you're going to decorate it and it's like a directional stamp it that way. And then you can put a flower in the corner, whatever you fancy doing to it, but it's so quick to make your own envelopes. And then just pop it in. I always, if I've got decoration on my cards like I have there that aren't stuck right down, so like the butterfly, I want him to look like he's flying, I always pop the cards in that way round so that they haven't got to try and fight with all this extra bit of envelope. So I always pop them in this way and make sure I've written the envelope first before I pop them in. So there you go, there's your envelope, very quick, very easy. So I've just added a little bit of decoration. That's the front of my envelope and there's the back. So you can tie it all in with your cards that they're going to be getting inside. So I hope you've enjoyed this project. And I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching.